Hey everyone, this is Drop Zone Entertainment, and we are back with another video game review. What do we got today, Wolf?
Looks like we are playing a beta or a demo of Pure Hold'em.
Pure Hold'em. Now this is from the same company that made the pool game that we reviewed the other day, right? Yep. Pure Pool, right? That's how it was.
Yeah, pool. I couldn't remember if it was billiards or pool.
We were very impressed by that game, so we were all pretty excited about this one coming out. I think we were kind of counting down the days until we got a chance to get our hands on it. So this is actually you and I, Dave, loading up a game and playing online. Yeah,
we were going to bring Gon Laren into this one, but apparently he hadn't downloaded the demo yet. So
I'm sure we'll talk about that again when it comes up here on the video. But
so
in the meantime, so this is kind of me loading up the game. And
so when you first get in, after you bypass the tutorial, you got a few options here. Of course, you can join an open table, and that's just a regular online game against other online opponents. You can go into a tournament, and they've got different buy-ins on the jokers, the queens, the kings, aces, and masters table. My favorite one is the private table, because you can join in with 7 of your buddies and just have your own little poker night right here on Xbox Live. This is the one that we're actually going to demo here in just a minute.
Maxes out at 7 people?
7, yeah, I believe that's right.
7 people.
And then you move on to My Poker. This is where you can do a little customization. I'm hoping once the actual game releases, we'll get a little bit more on this. Right now you can change the color of the felt and stuff like that. Of course, you can play offline, as you see right here, against 7 AI opponents. So, no, I guess it actually maxes out at 8, so you can have 7 people playing against you as well. So, total of 8 people can be playing in this. This is a nice little option in here I haven't seen in previous poker games. It's a ranking section that shows how you rank against other online players. And then they have an extras area which gives you like helpful tips and different things like that. So if you're not a real fluid poker player, you can get some ideas here about ways to play. So we're going to jump over to a private table.
This could very easily be a really simple game, and I love all the features they added. I think it's awesome, all the options. You can play any way you want, which is really, you know, it's all about gamer experience, right? You make it so where you can make it your own and play however you feel like.
Yeah, one of the things that I noticed right away, because once I finally did get it downloaded, I wasted all my chips, is that when you run out of chips, it gave you the option to buy more. And now, obviously, said this feature was disabled for the beta, but I just didn't. That was something I didn't see personally with Pure Pool, was the the added microtransaction.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't really know if it really had an option for anything like that, but so you could. I wonder what the increments will be on that. That'll be interesting to kind of find out to keep playing. So here's what the opening screen looks like. You can pick where you want to invite your players or your friends at. So we send one to Gon Laren, and then he's going to invite me into the second slot here. But as you can see, he can kind of scroll around and invite people for each one of these spots at the table.
If there's one thing I can say about this, it feels swanky. The music is obviously VooFoo Studios, kind of standard stuff like they had in the other game. That's very jazzy, very lounge, casino feel music, and then it just looks that way too, you know. And I know you're going to open up other tables in the full game, and you have other customizing options, but really it looks good. It feels like you're in a swanky casino. It feels high class. It's very, very cool, very fun.
The background noise is very, very real. Like I would hear the machines go off, and I worked at a casino a very long time ago, and I was like, I had like flashbacks to working
from the slot machines.
Yeah,
and
exactly. You hear it. It's pretty fantastic.
All right, guys, we just got to see one of my favorite features of this game. Every other poker game I've played on a console or things like that, you always see your cards face up. This one left them face down, and you simply pull the left trigger on the Xbox controller, and you peek at your cards just like you were at the poker table.
Peek at your cards. It felt realistic. It felt like a really cool feature that really just sets it apart from other poker games, and I was super impressed by that.
Yeah, I agree. It kept me engaged, whereas normally in a poker game, if I'm playing on my phone or something like that, I'll lose interest after a while. It gets boring, but it kept me engaged because I had to I had to look at every hand, and I don't know. I kept getting, my heart was racing playing this game. I had a lot of fun with it, and I was just playing against computers. So.
One of the only criticisms that I have for this, it's a very well made game. It's very cool, but the cards themselves reminded me, and the card animations reminded me a lot of an old solitaire game or something like that. So I wasn't a real big fan of the cards themselves. You can see the back of the card and just the animations. But I love, again, how you can peek at your cards and see that. It makes it feel real.
Yep. I'm hoping one of the options that they're going to add in is being able to customize the back of the cards with
Right.
different graphics and stuff like that. I think that'd be cool.
Right, and just like in the pure pool game, it'll probably look to you how you've customized it, and to your friends it'll look how they've customized it, etc., etc. If I had to get really nitpicky with it, I think that at the end of the round when it shuffles the cards together, I felt like that was really slow. I just felt like the rounds went on a very long time, and I feel like the shuffling animation could have gone a little faster.
Yeah, and that's something they may clean up a little bit too. So, all right, here's a really cool. We got the last card flipping over. It slows down. You hear the heartbeat just like in pure pool when you're shooting at that 8-ball for that last shot. Kind of adds a little more intensity to it. I thought that was a nice little touch as well.
Boy, it sure did make it intense too. Not really.
I noticed that in a lot of my games, when it did the heartbeat slowing down card, it was always the card I needed. And I don't know if they programmed it that way or if I was extremely lucky. But
Interesting. I didn't pay attention to that. That's kind of cool.
I don't know. I'm not an experienced poker player, but I think that means you held on too long. You probably should have folded. I don't know.
No, I mean it was always just a win more card. Like, you know, if I had 2 pair, it'd make me have a full house or something like
I see
that.
what you're saying.
But it always seemed to put like just a little bit over the edge. I don't know. Could have just been a random occurrence, but.
All right, so we played through a few hands. I think this is going to be our last one that we run through here. So we decided to kind of up the stakes a little bit and play a little bit more aggressively. So we get our first flop. Am I saying that right? Make sure I got my terms right. This is the flop right here, right, with the first 3 cards. And then we see...
Is this the one where I go all in and I'm just like, screw it, let's go to town?
This is where we go all in, I think, right here towards the end of it. And so I checked you because I'm slow playing you at this point. 2 10s have just dropped. I'm slow playing you a little bit right here. You kind of bite into it.
Do you have any criticism about these kind of options or commands in the corner here that pop up and how you just hit certain buttons to do certain things? Or
the big thing that was killing me was to go all in. You've got to hold the little roller and roll it up.
Count all of your chips
there
up.
needed to be some kind of button that I hit all in. Yeah,
I agree.
The other thing that really I wasn't terribly happy with was the actual counter for counting your chips. It'd be really nice if you could have done it in increments, or I don't know, maybe there's a customizing option later on or something. But
could be, or if you're playing a higher game. Oh, here we go. There's the turn, and we've got 3 10s on the table. So I got to pull out a win with a nice little payout, and that's going to be the end of it. I don't know. What'd you guys think, real quick, on the closing of this video?
I'll play it. Love it.
I think it's a great game, especially if it's affordable. I'm good for it.
Agreed. If it's going to be at the same price point as Pure Pool, I am all in.
Looks like we're a fan.
All right. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Have a good one.